Well, first up this evening, a quick check of that top Karnataka story. Police officer Narayan Baramani, who had threatened to quit the service and go on VRS, alleging humiliation by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah on the political stage, was placated and joined back on duty. A few weeks ago in Belagavi, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had reprimanded the officer in full public glare, and his gesture seemed like he was about to hit him. This after BJP workers raised slogans at a Congress event addressed by the Chief Minister, Vasudha.
Absolutely, Veera. This could have become a bigger controversy, of course, but had the additional SP rank officer quit, it would have been another embarrassment for the Chief Minister. But top government sources say that senior officers and ministers have managed to placate this officer, who has now returned to his duty. This is also at a time when Karnataka government is fighting a case in the High Court against the CAT, the tribunal order rejecting the suspension of senior IPS officers in the Bengaluru stampede case.
That's right, Vasudha. This would have been a major embarrassment, as you pointed out, but I believe the officer has been placated at the moment.
In fact, Siddaramaiah seems quite irritated with reporters when he was asked questions on this issue. Our colleague Deepak Bopanna has the details. Deepak is here with us. Deepak, tell us a little bit about what has happened with regard to this case of this person who was publicly humiliated by the Chief Minister.
Well, yes, this incident, of course, dates back to a couple of months ago. It was a Congress event that was being held in Belagavi. During that time, a bunch of BJP workers were in that event and began to protest while the Chief Minister was speaking on the dais. This irked him. Immediately, he pointed at one of the policemen who happened to be Narayan Baramani, who was on the dais. He was the additional SP. He was put in charge of the security on the stage. He began to point at him and ask him, where is the SP and how are they allowing for this protest to happen? At that point in time, he gestures as if he was going to slap this officer. It went viral. We, of course, had spoken about it back then. Many of the media houses had picked that up. And, he came under a lot of flack for that gesture as to why would he lose his cool when he knew that officer on the dais had nothing to do or could not really control what was happening, right in front where the event was actually happening. Now, after that, the officer earlier this month has written to his superiors saying that he was humiliated, he felt demotivated, his morale was down, and he wanted to actually voluntarily retire from service, and said that nobody even from his own force came to his aid. Now, after that, we've heard from the Home Minister, we've heard from multiple leaders who've said that they've spoken to him. The Chief Minister has had a conversation with him. The higher officers have had a conversation with him. They've promised him good postings as well. And finally, today we've heard from the officer himself, who says that after all of these conversations, he has decided to report back to duty. Would this mean that he has put an end to the kind of problems that he has had, or is this going to resurface? That is something that remains to be seen.
Right. Thanks very much, Deepak, for that update. Meanwhile, the government asked the High Court for more time after it asked the government to justify the suspensions, Vasudha, of the IPS officers in the stampede case. Remember, the CAT delivered a strong order against the suspension of IGP rank officer Vikash Kumar Vikash.
Well, Veera, that's not the only controversy in Karnataka. The state's survey to enumerate scheduled castes leading to an exchange with some residents, and the BJP complaining about BBMP officials pasting stickers on doors of residents who weren't really available for the survey. Now, that has also raised questions on whether it's being carried out accurately or not.
That's right. BBMP and the Chief Minister declaring that those stickers were only meant to ensure that people respond, register online their details and documents, but nevertheless a BJP Congress exchange. Listen in.
When Siddaramaiah already has spent more than 160 crores, why is he going for a second census? When central government has already taken decision to do census and caste census across the country, what is necessary for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to spend more 500 crores on this caste census? Why is he in a hurry? So Siddaramaiah, the intention of Siddaramaiah is very clear. Caste census, Siddaramaiah is using it as a tool to save his CM's kursi.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಥರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ, ನಿನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಹೇಳು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಈ ದಾರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ದಾರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ ಜಾತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಜಾತಿ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಜಾತಿ 101 ಜಾತಿಗಳಿವೆ. ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಜಾತಿ, ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ವರ್ಗ.